Let's welcome to the stage, Double Diamonds, Ganesh, Shenoy!
Was it a function or what? Everybody backstage is like, after Rashmi gets off the stage, everybody grabs his specs, glasses. Because maybe that's the secret of talking like a saint. We have never seen Rashmi so profound, He understands business like nobody's business, but today's talk was like over the head, We need to have a special coaching to process that talk. Awesome. Great. Please help me welcome Rekha Shenoy. What to say? All right. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Good. Internet works because we met on the internet. So, yes, absolutely. E-commerce works, right? Okay. So, yeah, you cannot deny Amway doesn't work because it works, man. You know what? Couple of years back, there was something called tsunami. Today, everybody knows what is tsunami, but it happened in Thailand. Locals who were living there, they knew what it was, but the visitors to that island who were at the ocean, guess what? They had no idea why the water was receding by kilometers into the ocean. These small kids, parents holding those kids were fascinated, and they went deep into the ocean. Little did they know that after a few minutes, it would be game over. The locals there kept on shouting, "Walk, run, run, run." Locals were all running for the high ground, versus the visitors they were just fascinated by it. And after a few minutes, the ocean came in and swept them away. When all these leaders here, we had a job. It's not that we were born in this business. We were just a prospect just like you. We came into the event just like you. And we climbed up the ladder. All these leaders, when you see them running up, we did that many, many times. Today you may not see that, but we did it. I remember me, Rashmi, standing right there. And we climbed up the ladder. Today, looking back, we have been there with the job, today without a job, building this business full time. Today, when we see somebody who says no to the business, we don't feel sorry for ourselves. When somebody fades away, we don't feel sorry we actually feel sorry for them. We feel like that local person who's shouting at the visitor, "Run the high ground, run the high ground." Because that's exactly what it is. When somebody in their 20s and 30s don't diversify into something like this and just relies on one income, it is an economic tsunami in 40s and 50s. And you got to understand that. I'm not here to tell you that, hey, this is the only deal in town and all those things. But you know what? Even though this was not the only deal, probably we could have done something else. We mentally thought that this is the only thing working for us. People think, oh, grass is green on the other side. No, grass is green on the side which you water. Are you watering this grass here? It will be green too. People here in this business sometimes get in, they're thinking about something else. They're mentally scattered. How can you build something when you're mentally everywhere? It's focus. It's a discipline. And that's what you need to do. If you cannot develop a pull through work ethic, if you cannot develop a pull through discipline, you can never develop a pull through lifestyle. It's just not going to happen. I would rather be hurt by the truth than comforted by a lie. And the truth is, it will take whatever it takes from you and some more to put together a business. It's aimed like a job, where you can put the minimum and you can keep the job. Business is not like that. Forget about any business. It ain't going to work like that. It'll take everything and some more. It'll cut you open and you'll have to look inside of you. You'll feel like dropping down, but you still have to pick yourself up. Not only that, you have to pick others up too. It'll challenge you. But guess what? By the end of the day, it would be absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Are you ready for it? Not everybody will do it. Now, here there are probably, I don't know how many IBs are in here, but not everybody will do that. Some of you will stay spectator for the rest of your business life. Some of you will do just the minimum to keep yourself in the business. And someday, when a big wave comes and hits, you are out. But we will be still here. We'll be still continuing passing the torch. There'll be still diamonds produced. There'll be still people who will be free. Are you ready for the big game? This is not an amateur business, guys. Even though it might look like that, you don't have a home office. You don't have a place where you work. You don't have proper timings of when to build it. Unlike your job, where they expect you to come and report at certain time. There is nothing like it. There is no fear. Have you realized that? Only your dream can motivate you to push yourself. Fear can never build this business because there is no fear. There are some people who miss this conference. And they are absolutely fine with it. Why? Because there is no fear. Guys, you can't be that. You have seen something here which people outside have not seen. This is not just motivational talk. When we came here, we were sitting in the seats where you are in right now. We drove. I remember it was never this easy to come to a conference. Our conference was 3 days. It starts on Friday and ends up on Sunday. There used to be night all after night all. Right now we wrap it up at 12. Bill Britt used to come on stage at 12. He used to finish whatever time. It was his function. It was Brit Worldwide. Sometimes, 1 o'clock done. People are all looking at the watch. Some new downlines are dead already. We are actually arranging their funerals. Literally, new people are upset. 1 o'clock, they never, some people are literally fainting on the floor. Husbands are carrying their wife. And in some cases, wives are carrying their husbands. It was crazy. And it was night all. Winners will always stay for the night all. Because when Bill Britt talks until 1:30, your upline platinum emerald also, he has never gotten a chance to talk. So he wants to show that he's a leader and he calls for a night all. And you are a loyal IBO, so you need to go to a night all. And the same thing is repeated at a smaller level. And then, you're not building this business with comfort. There are 2,300 people in a room which you stay. And there's another mini night all in the room. Discussion. And this is how our events were. And we have to drive 11, 12 hours back to Detroit, place where it came from. By the time we go back home, it's around early morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, when the traffic for work starts in Detroit. Here we are entering the city. That's how we did it. But today, looking back, I don't remember I just share it because it's a funny thing. But that was worth the price. Today, I've been free for last more than 16 years. 16 years. Some of you new here, wow. As a matter of fact, even I say wow. Is worth it. Absolutely. In my subdivision, most of my neighbors are in their 60s, 70s and stuff like that. We are one of the youngest families out there. When people come to sell door to door, they can't believe that I'm the owner. Where is your dad? And actually my dad and mom stays with me. I say, yeah, he's coming. And my dad can't understand his English anyways. What? And he shuts the door. He has not read Magic of Thinking Big or how to deal with people. He'll shut the door. So life is tough, guys. Someday, motivation will end. Can your discipline take its place? If you're relying on motivation alone to build this business, for every time somebody has to pump you up, you're listening to CD. If not for CD, you are like, your drops down. And because of the function, man, what a function. Wow, I got excited. Boss, it's making me nervous. It should not be making you excited. Why? Because you have been to the gazillion function. After so many functions, you're coming here for excitement. There is something seriously wrong. That's crazy. Why? Why should you listen to a CD to get motivated? You should be motivated before listening to the CDs, before streaming. You got to change the thinking. Can you get it? You got to be a standalone entity, guys. You cannot be dependent. If you're so much dependent, if you're leaning on somebody else all along, when will your downline start leaning on you? Think about it. When will your downline start leaning on you? You got to be the standalone entity. It ends at you. Even if your upline is not there, even if anything is not here, you should still be able to tell you that, you know what, I can get platinum done. How did Bill and Peggy Britt go 7500 PV with 8 products? Nothing. No Instagram, no Facebook, no mobile phones, nothing. 9 or 8 products, 90 days silver. And right now we have more than 15 flavors of excess alone. And still some of you ask, when is mango coming? After you go platinum. Think about it. That's ridiculous. How many products do you need? Look at your order. When did you order last? Some of you ordered products BC, before Christ. Look at the order history. 32.4 PV. 19.5 PV. It was never 100. And you want to know how many products are there. Come on. Just because somebody cannot see your virtual office, your downline cannot see your virtual office, doesn't mean that he doesn't know. Your belief in the business shows on your face. Not in a virtual office. People know. So you're not trying to fool anybody, you're fooling yourself actually. Because people know the truth. Guys, you got to be accountable. The biggest of biggest crises have been solved. Look at the housing market couple of years back, 2008, tanked. Companies went out of business. But today if you look at your retirement funds, they're back. Look at some of the companies. I'm from Detroit. General Motors bought money from the government. Government had to bail them out. Today, they're standalone entity. Why can't you fix your 7500 PV? If all these companies can come out of all the debt, can't you fix your 7500 PV business? Is it that difficult to fix a 7500 PV business? I don't think so. You got to take ownership. Some of you, If you work the business the way you think and think the business the way you work, you would be having a bigger pin. Some of you are thinking too much and working little. You're thinking 5 steps and working 1 step. Instead of that, think 1 step and work 5 steps. The destination becomes easy when you enjoy the journey. If you are bitter about the journey, but you are excited about the destination, it is going to be out of reach all the time. You got to start enjoying the journey. You had a no-show. How do you react to it? If there is a sameness of attitude between a yes and a no, you got it. No is never going to kill your motivation, nor a yes is going to bring in such a big excitement as if nobody said no yes to you for last 23 centuries. It's a sameness. If somebody says, yes, I'm ready to get started, hey, welcome on board. It's a great partnership. I look forward to working with you. It's not that, finally, yes, oh my gosh, wow. And if somebody says no, there is a riot in the household. Even neighbors know that you got a no, because there is a tension in the air. How can it be after so many functions, so many CDs, how can a no take your dream? I just can't get it. So how can it be? At certain levels, you got to do certain things. 6 months in the business, that is okay. I understand you are a new IBO. After 6 months, you are no longer a new IBO. Nobody is going to say proud of you for taking a rejection after 6 months. It's like today my son is 13-year-old. If he says 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, will I say, wow, awesome job, proud of you? No, it is expected. He should know much beyond that. He should be doing in algebra. Some of you are like that. When is my upline taking my name in the PACE meeting? Do you know sometimes people who do the least amount of work are the ones who crave for most recognition? If you are out there doing the work, you are not at all craving for recognition. It's like dog in the hunt doesn't know it has fleas. Same way. Why should you be expecting recognition all the time? Some of you are high maintenance IBS. Your upline has lost life recognizing you. He is so scared. Even with his wife, he should be talking romantically, but he talks about you to his wife. Because you are such a high maintenance IBO. He feels that even you are listening what you are talking to his wife. So he's so scared. Man, that guy in my team, he's awesome. Guys, low maintenance, man, you know what your recognition? You claim it. You get up on stage. You show the plan. You show 12 plans. Why? How many times do we have to sing the song of 12 plans? Why? Think about it. It's hilarious. Sometimes what we do, it's crazy. You can't expect that. Who told Raj and Sangeeta Shah? Their uplines were from New Jersey. I don't think Kanti and Lata Gala and Kulin and Meena had put a finger on their business, Raj and Sangeeta's business, from the day one. They had to figure out everything. That's why they have what they have. In the syllabus and above, they were talking about they have 15 legs. I'm telling you, if you have a house like they have, you would not probably sponsor too many people. They are building the business as if they need the business like desperately. Guys, you got to apply your brains. You got to think. You cannot have the same problem for too long. I can understand you are unable to sponsor people. Let's say that's an issue. How can you have that same problem in 2015, 2016, 2017? How can you have that? Then you're going to ask a question. If sponsoring people was a task at your workplace, how quickly you would solve it? Some of you are having a fear of making a contact. Understand it, I had it. But how long are you going to live with it? When that happens, you double down on that activity and destroy that fear of that activity. Double down on that activity. Whatever is hard, do it first. You eat salad first, main course and the dessert. You don't eat dessert, main course and the salad. So what is your difficult task? You do it right now, bury it. At certain levels, you have certain things which are uphill battle. You bulldoze it. Can you do that? Whatever it is, showing the plan. Some of you are stuck there. How long are you going to not do it and have that as a liability for too long? Some of you are testing your limits all the time by postponing that particular activity in the business. I remember I used to invite people to the open meeting and they never used to show up. It was happening for 1 month, 2 months. And you should be a good counselor to your business student. Cannot all the time expect upline to resolve some minute problems. I had to tell myself, you know what? I have to take a detour. I have to take something else. I need to go and show the plan. I started doing one-on-ones. I started getting results. Stuff like that. You got to make some adjustments. You cannot have that problem follow you for throughout. The storm should not last forever. It will not last forever. How can in your business a storm is lasting forever? It is unacceptable being an entrepreneur. Fix it. That's the first thing. What does it tell you? That means that now you are ready, you are reliable IBO. That means that you have what it takes to become an upline. What you do when nobody is watching, what you do when you don't have a team will define how big of a team you will have. What you do when you don't have a team. Some of you have a craving for a team. And I understand, I get it. We all have that too. But are you prepared for a team? Are you prepared for that team which you're craving for? And most people who are craving for the team are actually not prepared. Guys, this is serious business, guys. You got to fix these things. You cannot let this go on and on and on forever. Because there are so many other chapters of business. If you're taking so long to overcome some of your weaknesses, when will you walk out of the job? When will you have fun? When will you have lifestyles and all these things which we show on the videos? When will you start doing that? Personal accountability. You got to step up. I think Rashmi or Smita said that. This business is all about inside out, not outside in. This business is not about 1,000 people changing one guy. This business is about one person impacting 1,000 people. And you should be that one person. Some of the biggest names have come from battered circumstances. So stop quitting, stop giving excuses about your life and about your position in your business. Wherever you are. Oh, my upline, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my downline, blah, blah, blah. Some people have always challenged with upline and downline. When you have a 10 people team and you have issues with them, dealing with them, automatically what you said is that you are not ready for a 20 people team. That's it. How can you have challenge with 10 people team? That's what you said. That means that you said whatever higher source, hold on, don't give me 20 because I'm still figuring out how to deal with 10. That's what you said. Some of you always have that issue. Unacceptable. You are a business owner. You got to deal with differences. You have seen that. Right just yesterday. Clinton versus Trump, they fought and fought and fought. And yesterday for the inauguration, she was there. And it is true in most of the political personalities. They understand that. And we are not designed. We are immature entrepreneurs. Just because you have an IBO number doesn't make you an entrepreneur. Just because you came to these events doesn't make you an entrepreneur. You become an entrepreneur when you're out there in the rut, doing what you're supposed to do. Rolling up the sleeve and showing the plan, doing all those basics. And that process is what makes you an entrepreneur. That's when the leaders are born. You look at all these leaders, Klickners, Kapoors, Vakils, the Woods, the Goradias, comes from that one phone call which I did on behalf of my sister. One phone call. Crazy. If I had had that fear, what would Rashmi say? I would have lost a big leg. Overcome fear. That fear is costing you too much. When you have that fear, do I talk to that guy or not? Talk anyways. At the most what? He will slap you. Your muscles will be stronger. Got it? I sponsored my best friend, Vivek. You saw Vivek and Shanti here. They sponsored Anurag and Nidhi Jain. They sponsored their brother, Hemant and Smita, their diamond IBOs. Huge business. And 10 deep, they sponsored Ravi and Aarti Chawla. And we were, last couple of weeks back, we were in Dallas doing the retirement for them. How cool is that? How many of you will be excited that in your downline somebody retires? Isn't it cool? And we were all there. I'm telling you guys, this is reality. This is the reality. Remember Rashmi said, believe. This happened. I'm telling you, building a big business is easy. Keeping a small business is difficult. Some of you are small. Because every time you get out of the comfort zone, it hurts you, you pull back. Every time you get out of the comfort zone, it hurts, once again you pull back. Today, you feel like Tarzan. Wow, I'm ready to do anything. Bring it on. Ah. Monday, meow. Hey, you're at Cincinnati. What? Was I at Cincinnati? What house? You don't know. Once again, back into the shell. And once again, our plan has to pump you up. Yeah, you can do it. Awesome. Beaches of the world. Beaches of the world ain't going to happen unless you're in beaches of Cincinnati. Guys, step it up, man. Step it up. Your wife should not ask you, when are we going to get on stage? Your children should not say, Daddy, Orlando when? Hawaii when? You should have a proper answer. Some of you are putting too many things on the refrigerator. There are nothing inside the refrigerator. Guys, step it up. You got to stay accountable, guys. If you cannot rely on yourself, it ain't going to happen. Your downline, Whatever good you do, 50%. Whatever bad you do, man, it is duplicated fast. 200%. If you don't show up, some of you came here, your wife did not show up. You think nobody is looking and you have a good excuse. Or your wife came, husband. Of course, if your spouse is not all in the business, that's a different story. But in and out people I'm talking about. One day, husband comes to the open. Next week, wife comes to the open. Next time, somebody else comes to the open. Next time, their doggy is at the open with a suit. Both owners are at home. So all this combination, your downlines are gambling. Today, let's see, heads or tail, who is coming to the open in my appliance household. You might think that you have a good excuse, nobody is watching. I bet you 1 year you watch, your downlines will give the same excuse. I'm telling you, you will get that excuse. 200 times bad things are duplicated. 200 times. That is being conservative. It might be more in your case. It depends on what kind of karma you are done with upline. Got it? So guys, if you think that, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. You got to do it, guys. I can understand mediocre at job can still get good amount of income, at least for a certain time, but a mediocre IBO ain't going to make it. You signed the dotted line on the application as an entrepreneur. That means that you said, I'm going to give whatever it takes and some more. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. A soldier in the battlefield cannot say, guys, in middle of the war, I am done 8 hours, so don't shoot me. I am taking a nap. I am used to it in my trainings. Gone. You can't do that in entrepreneurship. You never know who's going to say yes. You might have had 16 no's. 17 might say yes to you. But if you stop at 16, you're done. All that work which you did, like the pumping the pump, right? Pump in the desert, Ron per year. Water came all the way up, but it did not come out. Why? Because you'll let go. Guys, this business is about sponsoring yourself, sponsoring your upline. Downline, not a big deal. It's a pipeline, it's a assembly line. If you have the assembly line, any raw material can come, you're going to come up with a finished product. Because you have developed the assembly line. This is awesome business, guys. Don't blow it. Today, if I look back, some of my classmates who said no to me and all, I see them on Facebook, man, I don't want to have their lifestyle, their choices, nothing. And I look back and I see how far we have come. How far we have come. Here I am, flying and stuff like that. And here they are. Just the intangible benefits. It's awesome, folks. I wish we could express, we could explain what freedom is all about. But we cannot. No matter how much we kind of elaborate on the stage, you just cannot, you got to feel it. You got to feel it. Some of these guys who are emeralds, probably their expenses are taken care, but they became free so that they can use that 8 until 5, that prime hours. They could take that time and put it back in the business, fly the miles and whatnot, so that they could be diamonds and beyond. It will be absolutely worth it. We cannot guarantee you that. Nobody can guarantee that you will be a platinum. But only your work ethic is your guarantee. When your dreams and goals, big dreams and goals, are matched with big work ethic, they become reality. But big dreams and goals with small work ethic, the dreams and goals shrink down. And that's how people fade away. Don't let that happen to you. My upline today, I still remember those days. I used to be in Ford Motor Company. It was my first function. I had bunked the first function. That was the only function I did not go. Okay? I was a new employee working there. I remember Raj was an emerald that time. And we were his fourth leg. Raj and Sangeeta's fourth leg. His son today is an adult. That time he was 5 or so year old. They had a Toyota Previa. We used to talk about their Previa. $23,000 cash paid, Toyota Previa. Because that was a big deal that time. Oh, they live in a $150,000 house. Stuff like that. That's where they were. They were emeralds in the business. I remember those days. They stayed consistent. No matter what, rain or shine, they stayed consistent. Those days, BBSs were almost whole day. Early morning until late night. And I saw them paying the price from Detroit to Lansing and whatnot. But today, what they have, even a corporate CEO of a large-scale company may not have. I'm not just talking about monetary gains. I'm talking about the intangible benefits. I'm talking about a noble following. It's not the Instagram following. I'm talking about the lives which have been impacted. That is what will happen. We all said, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. All those things are died down for most people. But for us, we are already thinking about 2018. 2017 is pretty much done because we are so much ahead, thinking ahead. We are different, folks. We are wired differently. We make decisions differently. We talk differently. We think differently. That's why we are who we are. Are you ready to join the inner circle? Come on, join us. Game on. Let's do it.
While the techniques and approaches suggested in this presentation may have worked for others, no one can guarantee that they will work for you. We hope, however, that the ideas presented here will assist you in developing a strong and profitable business. It is important to emphasize that success in any business opportunity does not come without hard work. Purchase of this product is optional and subject to the refund policy described in your purchase agreement for business support materials. Purchase of future business tools can be discontinued at any time. The financial achievements depicted in this presentation may reflect income from sources other than Amway, such as earnings from the sale of professional development materials or other businesses and investments. Experience has shown that IBOs who build the most successful businesses do three things. They sell to retail customers, register others to become IBOs, and develop product knowledge by purchasing products for personal use. This presentation is intended for existing IBOs only and is not authorized for use with prospects.